Good evening, YouTube. It's Monday the 10th of November. My name's Ollie and this is episode 2 of Pint Sized. We've done episode 1. Went really well. We've got 8 views, 7 of which are me. And I still have no idea what I'm doing. A couple of things I didn't mention from the first episode. If I have a couple of goes at this random Wikipedia thing, and we're throwing up a lot of moths, throwing up a lot of Thailand footballers, I give myself the chance to choose my own topic, whether it be something that I know a lot about, or that I care a lot about, or something that I think you guys will be interested in. Bear with us. If we're on a dodgy run, then don't go running. Don't go running to the hills, which is funny because tonight's beer isn't the Iron Maiden one. I bought the wrong one. Bought the wrong beer. Oh! Tonight's beer from the Hammerpot Brewery in Sussex is the wonderful HPA, the Hammerpot Pale Ale. First thing that strikes me about this beer is that its label is quite bad and is bottle conditioned. This basically means that instead of forcing CO2 in to make it fizzy, to make it consistent across the whole board, they leave the yeast inside, meaning it can ferment itself and produce its own CO2, which means when you open the top it doesn't go tss because it's not crammed full of CO2. It also means that the longer you leave a bottle conditioned beer, the more it will mature, like a fine wine or a fine cheese. Cheese doesn't do that. Cheese goes mouldy. Does it? Cheese? What's Stilton then? Can you just eat off cheese? The reason I chose the Hammerpot Pale Ale for the first beer to have on Pint Sized is because it's a very local one to me. It works out of Arundel, which is about 20 minutes away from where I live on the south coast. Okay, so I've been told about the Hammerpot Pale Ales that it's a light and golden tangy pale ale with a fresh full flavour. Just what I'm looking for. I'm pretty thirsty. I don't know where my bottle is. There it is. Found it. Oh well. Something to remember with bottle conditioned ales is you can't go gung-ho and just pour the whole thing in, because you'll end up getting all that yeast in your glass, which will just be this like horrible mashed potato, beery. Sounds really good. Beer mashed potato sounds good. You'll get this horrible yeasty, no, and the yeast doesn't come out. I can see it in the neck, so we're done. So I've left about a quarter of an inch in there, and I've got a nice big old glass of this really nice golden ale to take us through. As you can tell, I'm wearing exactly the same shirt as I was wearing on the previous videos because I've left about 2 hours between episode 1 and episode 2 because I'm so excited. If you've just joined us, hello, welcome along to Pint Sized. I recommend watching episode 1 so I don't need to explain everything all over again. We choose 5 random Wikipedia articles, one of them will stick out, I'll choose that one and I'll tell you guys about it, and then we're done, and I'll give you my verdict on the beer. Our 5 for today, we've got Mill Creek Township in Pennsylvania, we've got Bob Moore, we have got Nikola Popovich, we have got The Power of Positive Swinging, and we have got Arba, and we have got Arba Bite Sif. Arba Bite Safe. Arba Bite Safe. I think today we're going to go with The Power of Positive Swinging. An album by jazz trumpeter Clark Terry and trombonist Bob Brookmeyer. Now I'm not particularly up to speed with my jazz. I know it can be a bit crazy, a bit jazzy, jazz hands. So hopefully The Power of Positive Swinging. We're going to take a little listen. I think I can do 30 seconds without YouTube jumping on my head. So we're going to take a listen to one of the tracks off this. So here we go. This is track 3 from The Power of Positive Swinging. Let's have a listen. Okay, I think that's enough of that. You've got Clark Terry there, as I mentioned earlier. He's playing the Flugelhorn. This is a Flugelhorn. Doesn't look anything like I imagined. I kind of imagined something like this. But whatever. So the reviews of this are all pretty good. They're 4-star reviews. You've got 4.5-star reviews from AllMusic magazine. They enjoy the interplay of the fluent horns. I have no idea what that is. And some sly examples of their humour, which I'm sure you'll agree we heard in that sample. The most interesting thing I think about this album is its album art. And its name. The Power of Positive Swinging. I'm guessing swinging, maybe it means like swing music. But the album art, from what I get, is a bunch of sketches. This one in the bottom right kind of looks like a skier with really weird legs, bent up legs. And the top left kind of looks like an egg. It looks like a lady egg. These boxes as well. They look. Are they framing? I don't know what that is. That's putting me off. There's one blank green square in there as well. Don't know what that's all about. That's going down a tree. And there's no need to play my wild card. This is not the wild card. This is a coaster. Same one as before. Double-sided. Mind-blowing. And the beer, finally. I'll agree with Hammerpot's reviews that it's floral, it's hoppy. It could be doing with a little hoppier. I do tend to like my hoppy beers. Doesn't have a pleasant aftertaste at all. But I find the thing with bad aftertastes, if you carry on drinking, then you never get the aftertaste until you finish, and then you just get this wave of after. Because it says it's bursting with aromatic hops, which I completely disagree with. Beer Poncy. Beer Ponce alert. 3.5 out of 5 for the Hammerpot Brewery HPA. Hope you enjoyed learning about the power of positive swinging, and I'm sure the album is on Spotify if you wanted to have a listen yourself. I've been Ollie, this has been Pint Sized, thank you for watching, we'll see you tomorrow.